All right, testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. Let me know if you can hear me in the chat. Let me know if you can hear me in the chat. Okay. Can y'all hear me? Okay, let me see. Let me see. Let me know if you can hear me in the chat. Put a 1 in the chat if you can hear me. I know there's always some extraordinary delay between the stream on YouTube. Okay. Oh my god, this lag is terrible. Okay. This lag is terrible. This lag is terrible. Okay. Okay, y'all can hear me. Okay, good, good, good. Okay, so let me let me just say that this conversation, and I don't know if I'll keep this video up or not, depending on how far in depth I get. Um, but yeah, let me just say, there's a saying, there's more than one way to skin a cat. And that is absolutely, absolutely correct as it pertains to magic, ritual, spells, doing the work, whatever you want to call it, you know. And that's even more so the case as it pertains to the category of work known as love, lust, and sex magic. Okay. So, you know, um, we're going to get into it. I'm going to share some things with you all. And let me just say that um like I said, it's more than one way to skin a cat, more than one way to do work. And I know that the internet shares stories about things. But let me tell you, as a spiritual worker, as someone that has skinned many cats across various different areas of life, the right spiritual worker who's not afraid to try something, who's not afraid to get their hands dirty, who knows their craft and other crafts, okay, can get some of anything done. So before I get into it, let me just go ahead and say hi to everybody. Okay, make sure you come in, make sure you like and describe. Okay. All right, let me say hello. D Dub, hey girl. Empress, hey girl. Sleepy B, hey girl. Natasha, hey girl. Who else is here? Sanders, Aria. Hey girl, how you doing? I hope things are better for you. Uh-huh. Starry-eyed, seeing one. Attitude and Tylenol. Listen. Hey girl, how are you? Okay, so y'all are here. Okay, Alekia, it's one cat. Growing process, hey boo. Isis, Missy. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, you got two black cats? Okay. Y'all got some. Okay, you got some spiritual familiars, okay? Listen, cats are spiritual protectors, dogs are the physical protectors. Okay? So just a little bit of spiritual tea. Mhm. Mhm. Sexy RN at work. So I'll be in the bushes, but you know I'm listening. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Let me check. My husband just sent me a message. Woo-wee. Yes. I'm sorry, y'all. We're checking our money. We're checking our long money. Baby. Checking our long money. Yes, this long money is looking good. Amen. 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 Sweet Ace the Silhouette. Hey girl. The honorable leg jury. I have 7 cats, 2 black and white. 4 black cats. I can't make this up. Hey, y'all. Yes, 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 yes. Okay. So, right, starry eye. Period. Period. And y'all, I got some things going on here at home. So I may have to have the handyman come in. So if and when the handyman comes, when he knocks on the door, I will have to pause to let him in, but we will have to see depending on what's going on. I'll let y'all know if there is if I have to pause the broadcast real quick. You been here for a minute, girl? Yes, yes, yes. I love you being here. I love y'all being here. I love y'all being here. So let me just say this. Let me just say this, and let me remove my banner. Um, no, I'm gonna keep the banner up for right now. Let me just say this. Let me just say this. I know people joke about the Piscettis, okay? They joke about the Piscettis because baby, that's all they know. That's all they know is the Piscettis, okay? But baby, so many ways to do this. So I'm going to break this down. I'm going to start with and I'm going to try not to get too quote unquote educational, but I just have to break this down. So let me say there are different ways to work magic. I'm going to be speaking about two different ways. The first way is going to be the physical way in which you can work with a person, you can work on a person via physical means, even though they're spiritual, via physical means, or you can work on a person by asking a spirit, okay, a non human intelligence, a spirit to do the work for you, okay? Me as a spiritual worker, I have worked in both of these realms, okay? I have worked my physical magic, I have worked the spiritual magic. They both have their pros and cons. It just depends on what you want to do. So let me just say that, you know, and every worker is different. Some workers have their specialties. Okay, some workers are really good with money magic. Some are really good manifestors as far as like blessings, protections, healing. Some workers can't get money magic to work for shit. Okay. Some workers can only get their money magic to work for other people and not themselves. It just really depends on your particular energy. Okay. It just really depends on your energy, right? Um, you know, and this is so funny. I love this. Attitude and Tylenol says if they really think folks are only out here ruining their good cookware to trap a man, they got life messed up. Listen, let me tell you something. You don't have to ruin nothing. Even if you were going the blood magic route, okay, and I don't want people to skim up their faces because a lot of people practice their blood magic when they're practicing Christianity. Christianity is a blood magic religion. Okay, we're just gonna call a spade a spade. It is what it is. Christianity is absolutely a blood magic religion. Okay. But you ain't even gotta do all that. Like the whole like you ain't even gotta do all that. You ain't even gotta do all that. Talk about standing up to cookware. You ain't even gotta do all that. You ain't even gotta do all that. So let me just start with what a lot of people probably came here for, the blood magic. Okay. Which is, part of the physical realm of magic. Here is Now let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Everybody don't know what they doing when it comes to the blood magic. When it comes to the physical, bodily, human bodily magic, a lot of people don't know what they're doing, but it is effective. It is effective. Empress Kia said, I know a girl who uses sweat to get a man. Absolutely. Absolutely. The human body is so amazing because our bodies do so many different things. But those who know what they are doing, they can absolutely use bodily fluids to achieve a certain result. The blood magic, the menstrual blood in food items is very, very popular. I think the internet has made it popular, right? Um, but what makes using human bodily items so potent as it pertains to magic is because it's the same way in science, okay? If your blood is at a crime scene and the crime scene people come and work that crime scene and your blood is there or your hair is there or your nails are there, they're going to be like, what you doing? Your physical body has a frequency, a signature, and energy. Okay. Just like everybody can't wear the same perfume. Okay. Everything don't mix well. Okay, everything don't mix well. But absolutely, and here is why. You have to understand that when it comes to our most intimate bodily fluids, women your menstrual blood, men your semen, okay? Even women your vaginal fluids when you're aroused. These because semen, menstrual blood, aroused vaginal fluids, these are fluids that they pertain, they support, they revolve around the creation of human life. Okay. Yes, we as humans, we have sex for fun, we enjoy it, we want to express our physical love with someone, but sex, procreation, is about the creation of life. So when you are taking these life forces, these energies, okay, that are powerful because they have to deal with life, creating life, you are going to get strong results. Okay? You are going to get strong results. You are taking the power of creation, the energetics of creation, and implementing them in a magical practice, a spiritual practice, a spell, a working, a ritual, whatever it is that you want to call it. And that's why those types of workings are so potent, are strong, and are really, really hard to break. Absolutely. Sleepy B says that's why that breakup makeup sex is hot. Absolutely. This is also why when people are having the makeup sex or they have the sex after the breakup, a lot of times they'll get back together because that is an energetic tie, it's a spiritual tie, and sex is a physical act that's supposed to bring about new life. Is everyone tracking what I'm saying? Your life force is strong. Your sacred life forces, they are strong and powerful. They are powerful. Okay? Now, people be talking about the spaghetti. People be talking about the spaghetti or whatever. Baby, I've seen and let me just say this. Let me just say this. I'm going to say this because I'm going to say it giving you historical background. A lot of times back in the day when women had little to no rights, who had to depend on a man for everything, okay, those women would employ sex magic and or love magic in order to keep the man around because they depended on him. I'm going to say that again. A lot of times back in the day, okay, 100, 150, 200 years ago, 300 years ago, when women didn't have rights, when women had to depend on a man, they would employ these spiritual tactics to keep the man, the source of the money and or land and or property in her space. It wasn't about controlling or trying to trap. It was about keeping their means of survival safe. Women have been fighting for so long for autonomy, for financial independence, and all these different things. They did what they had to do to survive. It wasn't about love a lot of times. It was about, I need to survive. I need this man to stay here. We have children that need to be provided for. So they did these things to keep their source of survival right where they were. So understand, I want you all to understand that some of this, some of these things aren't needed now, but I want you to understand that, just like nowadays, ladies, you do what you have to do. You do what you have to do, right? Some of these tactics were also employed by women who were sex workers because their money depended on clientele. So they did what they had to do to bring the clientele back to them because that was the only way that they were earning money. Okay? So understand, it's not always about, oh, I want to keep this man or I want to keep this woman or I want control over him. A lot of it was for survival. Okay? Not about love, not a lot of it was for survival. A lot of it was for survival. Okay? A lot of it was. Nowadays, in the present day, 2025, people, and I won't just say women, people are utilizing this type of magic, love, lust, sex magic, to control or to try and keep a partner. Okay, so completely different. The men that are doing it for control and because they want sex. The women that are doing it because they think they can keep this man that don't want them. It's not the same as what it used to be. Now, we talk about the blood and the spaghetti, but baby, you can apply. There are a number of ways that you can utilize the blood. There are a number of ways you can utilize it. The most tying, binding way to utilize your menstrual blood in a spell ritual working of this kind is to get your target, that man or that woman, to ingest your sacred menstrual blood. This is, and let me just say, this is a mature adult conversation. If there are children around, they probably don't need to be here. I'm just explaining it to y'all. Hey, boo. I'm just explaining it to y'all. But the tie that binds is getting that person to ingest the blood, to ingest the bodily fluid. Now, people keep saying spaghetti because, um, spaghetti sauce is red and all like that. You do not need a quarter blood. This is not a blood bank. 1 drop is all that's needed. 1 drop. You can add a drop to the coffee. You can add 1 drop to water. You can bake a cake with it in there. You can cook. It just depends on how creative you are. You can take a drop of your menstrual blood, and if you know he drinks beer, you can just put a drop in the beer. Put a drop in the beer. Ketchup, Worcestershire sauce. But they be talking about all this spaghetti. It ain't about the spaghetti. Wine, mead, 1 drop is all that is needed. 1 drop. You're not going you are not going to taste 1 drop. You're not going to taste it. You are not going to taste 1 drop. You're not going to taste it. Go get a 20-ounce bottle of water and add the tiniest drop to it. You're not going to taste that. You're not going to taste that. And it's not going to affect you. You as the woman, it's not going to affect you. It's going to affect that person. Absolutely. Absolutely. All it takes is 1 drop. You ain't got to have you could put a drop. You could put a drop of let's say you on a piece of candy. A piece of candy. All it takes is 1 drop. So all it is, oh, you eating a spaghetti or whatnot. You can even, let me tell you something. You can take 1 drop of your menstrual blood, put it in a glass of water, and use that water to like rinse out um your glasses and your cups at the house. So your special person come over, they go into the cabinet, they go get a cup out the cabinet because it's clean, and then they put their water or wine or milk or whatever it is they're going to drink in there and drink from it. They're still getting it by contact. They will still get it by contact. So all this don't eat from over there. All it takes is 1 drop. 1 drop. Put it in the Gatorade. Anything that they can consume that they are going to eat, take into their body. You take 1 drop and drop it on top of the fresh steak. You just made some steak. The steak is resting on the counter. 1 drop and put it on top. 1 drop is all it takes. You don't need a batch of frosting. 1 drop is all it takes to consume the blood, and that is going to be. Now let me tell you something. It's not necessary. Now the menstrual blood is not getting someone to love you. It's tying them to you. It is a binding spell. It is a binding work. It is a spiritual tie. Okay? Does it have to be menstrual blood? I would say yes, because that's the creation blood. Listen, there are women out there that, after they give birth to their child, they wait for the placenta to come out, and then they'll dry the placenta, powder it, and make capsules out of it to enrich themselves for like vitamins and nutrients. What you think that menstrual blood is? Yeah. And that's what people don't understand. And this is why people don't a lot of people don't know what they're doing. They talk about the menstrual blood. They don't know what they're doing with this. They don't know how people operate. They don't know how to quote unquote work on a person. Okay. CS says my ex's baby mother did that to him and he was lovesick over her, but they still didn't end up together. Yes, and this is what people need to understand. You can love someone and not want to be with them. This why this so people out here saying, oh, the love magic failed, the spell didn't work. No. Feelings don't equal actions. Let me tell you something. When it comes to men think differently than women. You have to know you can't just do that. You have to do that with other work for one complete spell package. That person may have feelings for you. It doesn't mean that they're gonna ask you out. It doesn't mean that they want to marry you or want to be with you. The feelings are just feelings. They don't necessarily push action. This is where people get it wrong. This is where people get it wrong. And in a lot of cases where the person becomes violent against the woman that used her blood is because the person probably has a strong personality and they are fighting what they're feeling, and they know that what they're feeling is about you, so they fight and bicker and argue with you. Okay? Being in love doesn't mean that you're going to necessarily be together. Loving someone doesn't mean that you're going to necessarily be together. It doesn't mean that you want to be married. It doesn't mean that you want to get together. And that's what people don't understand. Okay? That's why I say a lot of people just out here doing shit. They don't know what the fuck they doing. Okay? If someone is being inundated with all these strong feelings and strong thoughts about someone out of nowhere, strong feelings, strong thoughts. Oh my God, I love this person. I want to be with them. I can't wait to be with them. Oh my God, where are they? But they know they don't want to be with you, but they're feeling this. They are conflicted. It's going to turn violent. Okay. You have to learn to pick the correct target. Okay. People with strong personalities, they fight magic. People with strong personalities, people that you can't bullshit, people who gonna always have something to say, people who stand up for themselves, they will fight the magic and fight the magic and fight the magic and fight the magic. You gotta find someone who, I don't want to say weak, but a little bit weaker. A little bit weaker. Yeah. Yeah. And then also you don't know what if they are spiritually protected or not. But people have to understand feelings do not necessarily equate action. Okay. There are a lot of people that quote unquote want to lose weight and they won't do a damn thing about it. Want is a feeling. Desire is a feeling. It don't mean that you're gonna do a damn thing about it. So when you see these people out here talk about oh, it didn't work. I did this, but But they didn't come over. I thought we'd be together. Baby, you don't know what you're doing. You have to do that type of work in conjunction with other things, mainly working on them in a mental capacity. Okay. This is where a lot of people fail. Okay. Hmm. Right. You try people be out here trying to get people to feel a certain type of way, but not take actions. And that's why people fail. That's why people's magic fail. It's not about feelings. You need to make them do something. Direct action. So that menstrual blood is just gonna bind. It's just gonna bind. Now it's completely different if your partner is fine with it. I have seen accounts where people were telling their partners that they did such and such, and they were fine with it because obviously they want to be together. But baby, that blood, it's a binder. And like I said, anybody that's a worker worth their salt is gonna tell you the same thing I just told you. So you ain't gotta be if it were me, if I were somebody that think somebody might be doing something, you will have to cut off all contact because a worker like me, I will get you when I want to get you. Okay. You would be absolutely paranoid to be around me if it was me. Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely there are people who do it. People who do it all the time. People who do it all the time. Absolutely. I've seen a lot of see y'all not in the spaces that I'm in. I'm in a lot of spiritual spaces. I see a lot of stuff. Absolutely there are people who do that. Absolutely. Absolutely. So, like I said, people talk about the menstrual blood. The menstrual blood is potent. It's not the only way to work. And all it takes is one drop. One drop. Natasha said that makes sense because I have been feeling like getting my backyard together. And I have taken no action in 5 years. Absolutely. People can feel everything they want to feel. But baby, what are you doing about it? And that is the difference. That is the difference. And again, people who have strong personalities, strong-willed, strong-spirited, one, they're going to detect the magic, and two, after they detect the magic, you know, they will do things to avoid the magic. You said the damn clock app is full of love spells going wrong. I'm pretty sure it is. I'm pretty sure it is, but I'm telling y'all, you have to do work like this in conjunction with other work. And a lot of it is going to be the work of mental work. You have to work on a person's mind. Q, can you work on a person's mind? You absolutely can work on a person's mind. Absolutely get them to do things that they may not want to do. Okay, implant thoughts in their head. How does Q know? Because Q has done it before. Okay. Q has absolutely done mental work, working on people's minds before in all types of ways. Okay. And was effective. Okay. CS says, I've been wanting to go to the gym, but haven't been all month. Well, I mean, that's what I'm saying. We can want things, we can have feelings about things, but that don't mean it's gonna happen that way. And this is why, like I said, when you do work like this, if you want to do work like this, you have to pair it with something else. And this is why a lot of them they be talking about, oh, it backfired and all like that. You picked the wrong person. You didn't know what you were doing, and you did not pair that work with something else. Okay. Now Natasha saying we need some action spells. Said the clock app. Yeah, TikTok. So this is what I'm saying. So like I said, if there are ladies or men or whatever, if there is someone that you suspected maybe doing some shit, you'll be better off just not even being around them. Because like I said, a worker like me, I can get your ass. I can get you. Not only can I get you, I can get you to do things that you may not want to do. I can get you to spill secrets. I can get you to reveal things to me. With great power comes great responsibility. Q just be chilling. But a worker that knows what they're doing is formidable indeed. Okay. And once again, it only takes one drop of the blood that they have to consume to begin to create that tie. Okay. Any questions on the menstrual blood? Any questions? Like I said, if men, if you think that, you know, you see her cooking spaghetti, but you don't want to eat the spaghetti, she might have some ice cream in her fridge. You probably don't want to eat that either. Does the frequency matter? I would say it depends on the person. It depends on the target, the person that is to be bewitched. It depends on the personality of the target, and it depends on what type of relationship you already have with them. One of the things that people do that be fucking they shit up is they're doing it to people that have no interest in them at all. This type of work works the best when someone has some type of feelings for you. Okay, you cannot create something out of nothing. So, like when you see this is why, when you see movies where people are grooming other people, for example, the show that's on Netflix, the Hunting Wives, I watched one episode of that show and I was absolutely disgusted because the one chick was grooming the other chick. Okay? Seeing her all the time, gently touching her, sharing little fun, intimate moments. That's grooming. Okay, that's grooming. If you're going to employ work like this, deploy work like this, there need to be some type of feelings already there that the other person has for you that you can transform or that you can grow. Okay. Well, go on Netflix, watch the first episode of The Hunting Wives. Like I said, I was utterly disgusted with what I saw. That woman was grooming that other woman. This is why grooming is a thing. This is why people who groom others and people fall into it is because it's repetition. It's repetition. They get comfortable. They let their guard down. You have to do the same thing with this type of work. Okay? You have to do the same thing with this type of work. Is you can't just make feelings out of nowhere. Hold on one second. I'll be right back. Okay, yeah, I'm back. Yeah, you can't just create feelings out of nowhere. It's weird. You can't have a person going from, oh, that's Debbie who works in accounting, and you never interacted with Debbie, to, oh my God, Debbie is the hottest thing I've ever seen. I'm in love with her. It doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. Now, that's working with the physical, with those body parts, not with the body parts, with the menstrual blood, the semen, the vaginal secretions from a woman. Now, what about people they're not gonna come to your house, they're not gonna consume anything. They figure they're safe if they come to your house and they won't consume anything. Guess what? You can still deploy magic through touch via spiritual oils and powders. Spiritual oils and powders. What do you mean, Q? I mean exactly that. Your conjure oil, your spiritual oil, full of herbs and goodness that have been prayed over. Okay? Through contact magic. Ladies, you already know about the contact magic. You all buy milkshake from me. You all know you have to spray the milkshake on your body to bring about the desired effect. That's contact magic. So it's no different if you over at somebody's house or you invite somebody over. If you got some good love oil or some domination oil or some controlling oil, you can just take a dab of oil and put the dab of oil on the doorknob, the door handle. Okay. Contact magic. And you can do it with all types of oils. The fucker at your job that keep fucking with you, go ahead and go ahead and put a little bit of oil on their keyboard. uh, I'm laughing because I've done this before. Like I tell y'all, I've done a lot. I have done a lot of work. What do you mean you didn't do anything and they still keep coming around? I need for you to explain a little bit more so I can better answer your question. I mean, shit. Like I said, y'all know with the milkshake, you spray the milkshake on yourself. You state your desire, you state your intent, and then what? The magic happens. It's no get you if you have a good love oil, a good conjure oil, you can put a couple drops of oil on a Q-tip and just dab that Q-tip in all the places that this person is going to touch. Magic through contact. Magic through contact. Mhm. You can take spiritual powders. All spiritual powders are those same herbs that you will use in whatever type of spell. Grind them up into a fine, fine powder. A fine, fine powder. It got to be fine powder, like flour. And just dust a little bit here, dust a little bit there, dust a little contact magic. We're gonna have a conversation. I'm gonna need you to explain that to me. So hold on to that thought. I'm gonna need you to fully explain the situation to me. Um, yeah. Attitude and Tylenol said, Lord, this just further solidifies that I need to continue to leave everyone alone and mind my business, okay? Listen, it's ways to work out here. It's ways to work out here, baby. All it takes it's real easy. Like I said, you can take a couple of drops of oil, put it on a Q-tip. You know where this person's car is. You can put the oil on all four of the door handles of their car or on the trunk or, wherever it is they're going to touch. Contact magic, baby. Contact magic. Okay? And y'all know contact magic is real, right? Because you don't even want certain people to touch you because the energy is off. Contact magic. I mean, it even works for cursing. It even works for getting rid of people. But you have to deploy it so that the person can come in contact with it. Okay? We know contact magic is real, right? Because we do our spiritual baths, our spiritual cleansings, right? That's you being in contact with the spiritual energies or whatever, right? Contact magic. Contact magic. And you can do it, like I said, you know where they live, a drive-by, just dusting it on their car or wherever it is they gotta touch, or the person at work. They little area, deploy a little bit of powders in their area, some powders in their chair, so they got to sit in it, contact magic. They're gonna take it home and track it right in their house. Contact magic. So you ain't even got to do the menstrual blood. Contact magic. Contact magic. Contact magic. So we can talk about blood, we can talk about the powders, we can talk about contact magic. You can do things in all types of different ways. You can do something easy just as easily as, and this might scare some people. This might scare some people. This might scare some people, but um you can take two pictures and get the same effect. Two pictures and do the same thing. Look at that. The honorable leg jury says it's funny because before I even knew magic was a thing, I used to spray my perfume all over that boy car and pillows. Yes, to get him to think about you, your scent, this scent is related to you to get him to think about you. And then where he lay his head at night. hmm Hey, sunshine. hmm Absolutely. Absolutely. Contact magic is a thing. But you can do the same thing with pictures. 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 Do you all hear me? If you have a good love oil made by a good spiritual worker and a picture of yourself and a picture of the person you are interested in, you can do the same thing. All you gotta do, all you gotta do, all you gotta do is anoint both of your pictures, the faces, with the love oil. Then take the two pictures, place them face to face, place them face to face, fold the pictures up, put them in a honey jar, or wrap them with red or pink string, anointed in that same love oil. That's the same thing. That's the same thing. And hell, even going back to the contact magic. Y'all know contact magic is real? Okay. The Annabelle doll that was out here causing all this damn havoc. That is an energetic object. Somebody can give you a present. The man who's chasing you can give you a present. Oh, I saw this and I thought about you. And that present is dusted with love oils or dusted with some type of spiritual powder. That person can enchant some jewelry and give it to you. Let me say it again. The person can enchant some jewelry and give it to you, and then you're wearing it. You're wearing this enchanted jewelry. It's an enchanted object. Birthday card. They can put some of this oil on some money, and they could take $100 bill, put this love oil or controlling oil on $100 bill, and they put that $100 bill in a birthday card and give it to you, and you gonna be so excited because they gave you $100. You've just been magicked. You've just been magicked. You've just been enchanted. You've just been magicked. You have just had some work done on you and you didn't even know it. And you didn't even know it. So, going back to what Attitude and Tylenol said, maybe some of y'all just need to go in the house and don't come out. Because there's more than one way to skin a cat, and you can do any type of work on a person if you know what you're doing. I am unique said, I guess I will only accept digital then. That could work. I mean, but you got to go outside sometime. You got to go outside sometime. I mean, it's like I'm just telling y'all. I'm just keeping it real with y'all because, like I said, someone who knows what they're doing can do some damage out there, and you can take damage to mean good or bad. How whatever that means to you, a person that knows what they're doing can get some shit cracking. Can get some shit cracking. Okay, can get some shit cracking. Oh, let me tell you all something. Let me tell you all something. Y'all probably heard this one before. Don't let them people take your underwear. Don't let that man, don't let that woman take your used underwear. Don't let them take your underwear. Because, baby, they can take them underwear and bury them in the backyard, and your ass is stuck. Don't let them take your underwear. Don't let them take your underwear. Out here being a weirdo like Dexter. Don't let them take your underwear. Growing process said what happened to me once, and I had to really go in the man's yard, dig it up, and then burn it. Yup. Don't let them have your underwear. Don't let them have your underwear. Bury it in the backyard, especially if they buried in the backyard in a place where the sun is gonna shine on it every day. Don't let them take your underwear. Your ass gonna keep going back over there. And then if you keep going back over there, they might be hitting your ass with some more love magic. They might be anointing the doorknobs. They might be, feeding you something. Okay. Hey, fuzzy girl. Hey, Villanor. Yeah, don't let them have that underwear. Growing process just told y'all. She just said that happened to me once. I had to really go in the man's backyard, dig it up, and then burn it. Yeah, don't let them take your underwear. If they bury it in their backyard, your ass just might be stuck with them unless you find it and burn it. The Honorable Leg Jury said, I'm in a bit of a bind. I have a man, but he acted a stone fool. I love him, but I want to punish him. He in my shoe for now. But first of all, you got too many you got too many too many energetics going on, you got to pick one. You can't love them but want to punish them. Energetically, it's not going to work. You have to pick one and stick with it. Love and punishment don't go together. It's just like when somebody is going through domestic violence. They're getting their ass beat, but I love you. No, you don't. You have to pick something energetically and you have to stick with it. You have to pick something, you have to pick one and you got to stick with it. If you want to punish them, you punish them and then you not going to deal with them no more, or you're going to try and work and fix the relationship, but you can't do both. You got to pick one. You got to pick one. It's one cat said, "I love fragrance oils. Do you sell them?" Listen, I started my apothecary. I literally made like a bunch of different oils and stuff for specific conditions. I just I just haven't opened the apothecary. Okay. Q is out here being lazy. I have the apothecary all set up with good candles and spiritual oil mixes for y'all, but Q is being lazy because Q knows she gonna have to go to the post office and mail things off when people order from her. But I do make them because I have my own concoctions. Okay. But I do make them. So I do have them. Maybe if enough of y'all ask me, I'll just go ahead and open up this apothecary. V. Lenore said, "I can't wait to replay and start from the beginning, but I don't want to miss anything you saying now." Yes, stay here, girl. Stay here. Natasha said, "That's why we need them action spells, Q." CN1 said, "Q, can I have one? I got some money." I love you, girl. Yes, 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 yes. Listen, and let me tell y'all, Q is not ashamed to say that she has tested things out on magical test dummies in the past. I'm not afraid to say it because it's just like there's the theory of something and then there's practical application. I have done some magical testing in my past, okay? I have done some absolute magical testing on the magical test dummies. Okay, the people in my office where I used to work were the magical test dummies. So this is why I'm telling y'all. Like this is Sanders talking about open it now. Y'all talking about open it, please, please, please. Girl, you fine. You're not being rude. You good. Hey, Dimples Wimples. Listen, I've tried things out on the magical test dummies. I absolutely have. That's all I'm telling y'all how things can work. So I want you all to think about these things, but then also think about how you can potentially deploy these different tactics in ways that are beneficial for you, right? But yeah, like I said, it don't even need to be blood. Let me tell you something. A person can get you if you are having sex with a person and that person reaches the point of orgasm and they are concentrating or repeating something or saying something in their mind at the point of orgasm, baby, they got you. They got you. Oh, y'all like to play? Y'all like to rub each other with massage oils and shit? Baby, they might be rubbing you with some enchanted massage oil. That's why your ass keep liking to go over there and get your massages, which are followed by the dick down. They might be employing it on you, girl. You need to be paranoid out here in these spiritual streets and listen to your spiritual voice, listen to that voice of discernment. It won't lead you wrong, but you have to trust your discernment. Now, if you ain't got no discernment, start praying for some discernment. Okay. Hmm. If you ain't got no discernment, pray for some discernment. Okay, because I don't want you out here getting caught up because you ain't got no discernment. But yeah, some of y'all are just like Fuzzy says, "Oh Lord." As if I wasn't paranoid enough with this new dude. Skater says, I am extremely paranoid. I'm just telling you all that it doesn't necessarily have to be this blood and this semen. It doesn't. It doesn't. Okay. I be seeing people all the time. I keep going over there and I don't know why. Baby, they got you. They got your ass. They got you. They might even made a they might have even made a doll baby. A spiritual doll, a voodoo doll, a puppet, whatever you want to call it. They may even make a puppet of you and a puppet of themselves and sit both of your dolls, your doll and their doll, on a bed of love and binding herbs, tie those dolls together, and keep that in a shoebox in their closet. They may have a picture of you on their love altar. Okay? Because let me tell you something. When I lived in Atlanta and we were still living in our house, we had a 4-bedroom house. One of the rooms in one of the bedrooms was my spiritual work room. It's where I did my tarot readings with clients. It's where I would do my spiritual work, and I had multiple altars. I had a main altar, I had my ancestor altar, I had a cursing altar, I had a money altar, and I had another altar. They may have a doll of you, a doll of them, and dress those dolls with love oils and love herbs and tie them dolls together and keep it on a love altar. And then go read Song of Solomon over them dolls. Natasha asks, how can you tell if a man is doing magic? You better ask questions. Ask questions in a roundabout way. But if you are curious, you better ask for a sign. Ask your ancestors. Ask God. Ask your spiritual people, your spiritual court. God, Jesus, whoever it is you pray to or whatever, ask for a sign. Let it be revealed so you can know. Because there's a bunch of them out here practicing. Okay. And if you did not watch my last live stream about the men who do sexual magic spells on women just to have sex with him, go back and watch that live stream from Tuesday. Because the men are actually, they are out here doing magic on women just to have sex with y'all. They absolutely are. So how do you know? You better ask. You better ask for a sign. You better, or ask to be protected from them if they try and do some magic on you. Whatever it is, you better do something. Sexy RN says, I have nothing to discern. I'm unwillingly celibate. Not unwillingly celibate. Sexy RN, go to the wall. But I can't just be giving this away. Yeah. Alika says she's side-eyeing all these men. Yes, it's real out here. It's real out here. Now, oh man, he got me. I'm scared. Sleepy B says, my granny used to always tell me, don't let him talk you out of your drawers. Listen, because that intimate touch, it is a thing. Okay. Okay. I don't want y'all to be women out here with all these degrees and all these businesses and you getting magically done up by some roach. I don't want that for y'all. Okay. I'm just telling y'all it's multiple ways to skin a cat. Okay. Alika said now I gotta check shoe boxes. You just don't know. They could have a person can have um a bowl full of love herbs and love oils with your picture and their picture in a bowl underneath the bed that y'all have sex in. That is a ritual. That is a love spell. That is it's a spiritual working. Growing process says, and this is why I keep to myself. Listen, honorable leg jury says Solomon's a super. Yeah, don't let them people listen. Let me tell y'all something. The Song of Solomon is absolutely a Christian biblical enchantment love spell. Okay. There are plenty of hoodoos and root workers when they're doing this type of work for their clients. They will recite the Song of Solomon. It's just flirting and it's my body, this, that, and the body was like doves, and oh, I'm waiting for you to come, my love, over at night. Read the Song of Solomon, and you ain't see that ain't nothing but biblical soft porn. That's all it is. Prawn. Okay. Right. Fuzzy says pray on it and don't be fearful of the answer, especially if you like them. Right. I would rather for you to know than be out here stuck on stupid. V. Lenore is out here clutching her pearls. Mhm. Okay, what's your question, girl? What's your question? What's your question? What's your question? I don't see. Okay. Okay, here it is. V. Lenore says, so did I miss the part about how to make a nigga miserable because they can't have you back? I'm taking notes. Now, there's how to make them miserable? Define miserable. That may have to be that may have to be another conversation because we will have to define miserable because there are many things that one can do. Okay, there are many things that people can do. When it comes to making people miserable, I mean, it's levels to making people miserable. There's levels to making people miserable. Okay, so I mean, it's a bunch of different ways, but I would definitely suggest if you are new to this, don't even go into making see. And this is not directed towards you, V. Lenore, but those of you who are here on my channel, who've been around my channel for a long time, know that I've said three things. A lot of people come to magic for what? Get money, some type of love work, or some type of revenge cursing work. Those are the three main reasons that people first come to magic. I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm just telling you those are the top three. The first thing I'm gonna tell anybody who wants to get involved with magic, you better learn how to spiritually cleanse properly, and you better learn how to do protections properly, and you better develop some type of divination or discernment or some type of psychic skill. That's base layer one. Dimples Wimples go to the wall. Yeah, I mean, so some of y'all, and like some of y'all don't understand that, like the things that keep repeating, like, oh, I just can't leave this person alone. Why can't you just leave this person alone? What is it about them that you can't just leave this person alone? I need for you to logically go down the list and just explain. If the only reason you can't leave this person alone is because of dick, a good dick down, you need something better than that. I would do a super cleansing and then put up some protection and then see if you still feel like you can't leave that person alone. Okay? Okay. Honorable leg jury says, not that I'm thinking this Negro got my picture on his phone and I didn't text him more times today than I have in the last 6 months. His Bible baby from Memphis. I mean, you need to spiritually cleanse. Spiritual cleansing. Spiritual cleansing, spiritual cleansing. Once you do your spiritual cleansing, put up your protections. Okay, a lot of people go wrong because they just put up protections. You got to clean the mess off of you first. Spiritual cleansing and then protections. Okay? I got a video here on my channel somewhere where I gave you some herbs that you can use to make a spiritual bath, and I walk people through it and tell you how to do a spiritual bath. You need spiritual cleanse. You got to remove the shit. Not you and V on the same time. Okay, now see V baby. I'm gonna tell you like I told our other good sis in the chat. You're gonna have to pick one. You're gonna have to pick one because being in like okay, you're gonna have to pick one. So for example, people who go through the you arguing and fighting, and then y'all back good, and then you arguing and fighting, and then y'all back good. That's unstable. You either gonna want to fuck the person up and be done with it, or you just gonna have to forgive right now and move on. You have to pick one. You cannot be energetically back and forth like this. Now, if you just want to fuck them up so they be fucked up, okay, that's one thing, but you're gonna have to pick one. I know you a Pisces, baby. I know you hurt. And listen, I'm still thinking about fucking up somebody from high school. I'm still thinking about it. I haven't made a decision. You Pisces gang, just like me. I understand them feelings get deep. I understand, baby. But you're gonna have to pick one. You're gonna have to pick one. Okay. Dimples Wimple said, put his phone in the freezer and peel his muffin cap back blue. Dimples Wimple go to the wall. Fuzzy says, baby, being with me then losing me is all the misery I need to lead him with. It amazes me how to feel the difference. Listen. When you with somebody and they glowed up real good, and then it's over with, and then they out here looking like a dusty roach, that lets you know. That lets you know. But yeah, V, you gotta pick one. You gotta pick one. You gotta pick one. Dimples Whoopers talk about Jesus Christ. I told Dimples Whoopers to go to the wall. What if you did the cleansing and protection? When you see them, you still feel drawn to them. Okay, do more protection. Because you have to understand, sometimes things linger if something has been going on for so long. For example, it's easier to quote unquote, and I'm just using this as an example. It's easier to quote unquote, how can I say this? It's easier to remove things when it's new. It's easier to remove things and destroy things when it's new. Once it's kind of like set in, it's a little bit harder. So you may have to do repeated cleansings and protections. And in part of your protections, say you don't want to see this person no more because they're triggering. You can absolutely direct your protections to what you need them to do. Dimples Wimples, where did I tell you to go? Go to the wall. Go to the wall, Dimples Wimples. Right. See, I know what time V is on. See, V, there's a storm raging in there. And I know because V is Pisces gang. I'm Pisces gang too. There is a storm raging in there, and she needs to find a way to direct this energy, the storm that's raging in her. So she's trying to figure out what she needs to do because the storm is raging. Trust me, I know, girl. I know. Oh, I didn't say, yeah, I went to high school with this person, but he did some adult ass shit. So I ain't forgot. Let me tell y'all something. Q does not forget. Q is speaking for Q. I will remember to the end of time. Okay? I will remember some shit to the end of time. And the only thing that may be stopping me from doing something to your ass is whether or not spirit tell me yes or no. If spirit tell me yes, I'm fucking you up and ain't nothing you can do about it. Um, shit. You a nutcase right now. Listen, it be like that sometimes. There's nothing wrong with that, baby. So, Sleepy B said I be trolling my ex and he looks stressed. I did not wish him well when I left him in the showing. Amen. hmm I put a dude in the freezer after 90 days of talking to him. Yeah. Now, if you just want to get rid of somebody, I know growing process was asking. If you want to just get rid of this person so you don't see them anymore, you can put them in the freezer. You can put their ass in the freezer. And let me tell y'all something. Do not put people in the freezer that you need in your life. If this is a person who's like paying you some money or they owe you some money or, something important, do not put these people in the freezer unless you do not need them. But if you just want to get rid of this person, just throw their ass in the freezer. What do I mean by that? It's real simple. You take a piece of paper, a smaller strip of paper. You know how thin the paper that a straw is in? Straws being that little thin paper. You can take a little piece of paper, a little square of paper, just rip off a little piece of paper, write their full name on the piece of paper, okay, with a black ink pen or a black Sharpie marker. Put that piece of paper in a Ziploc bag, pour some water in there, tell that motherfucker to stay away from you, and then throw that shit in the freezer and just leave it there. They will eventually disappear. They will eventually disappear. Only do this to people that you do not need. So if his name is Tyrone, okay, that's what Erica Badu. She should have got rid of Tyrone ass. Got rid of that nigga that she was with. Write Tyrone name on a piece of paper. Tyrone, stay away from me. Tyrone Biggums. Shout out to the Chappelle Show. Tyrone, stay away from me. Put it on a piece of paper. A napkin, a paper towel. This is not hard. Tyrone, stay away from me. Put their name or they full name and their birthday. Stay away from me. Put in a Ziploc bag. Don't fill it up now. Just fill up the Ziploc bag halfway. It could be a sandwich bag. Put it in there. Put that shit in the freezer. Let it freeze. They will eventually disappear. They will eventually disappear. Now it has to stay frozen. Okay. So let me just tell y'all a quick story. When Q was getting ready to move back in 2021, I had a bunch of people in my deep freezer in the garage. And when Babe was cleaning out the garage and stuff like that, we were getting ready to move. And the deep freezer, he was cleaning out the deep freezer. He was like, can I touch this stuff? Do I need this? Do you need this? He asked me. And by this time, the people had completely disappeared out of my life. I was like, oh, it's okay. You can just throw it away now. Put the motherfuckers in the freezer as long as you do not need them. Do not put your boss in the freezer. You put your boss in the freezer, you might get fired. Don't do that. Okay? It's ways and it's levels to this shit. Okay? Okay. Hey, Rockin' Robin. Empress says it works. That person has been in the freezer for 2 years, hasn't seen about me. No, that doesn't work like that. That don't work like that. Mm-mm. Let me tell you all something. That man, the current president of the United States, has he has naturally He has natural Teflon Don energy. Okay, this is why he gets away with so much, and there is nothing that we can do about it because he was born into it. Okay, do not put your boss in the freezer. Don't come telling me, Q, I put my boss in the freezer and I got fired. Don't do that. If you want to do some shit, you better ask me first because you will end up. Don't do that. Don't do that. Only people who have no major bearing on your life. Okay. The mailman that keeps flirting with you and won't leave you alone. Find that motherfucking name. Melvin, the postman that delivers mail to my house. Leave me the fuck alone. Write that on a piece of paper or tissue or paper towel. Put in a Ziploc bag, add some water, put it in the freezer. He will eventually disappear. You can't put them in the freezer. They have no direct bearing on you. You don't know them. This is for personal communicate. This is for personal interactions. Only people that you are have personal interactions with. Okay? We can't just put them in there. Okay? So it's not those people that you have personal interactions with who are bothering you. Everybody got it. Now going back to love work or sweetening work, sometimes people do things and they some people will do candle magic. You can do a good quote unquote love, lust, sex spell with some candle magic. Very easy to do, very simple to do. You'll just have to keep repeating it. Candle magic. Candle magic is absolutely effective. Or you can go the route of spirit work. A lot of people cringe at spirit work, but spirit work is highly effective. And when you do spirit work, tasking a spirit to do something for you, the spirit will figure out the best way to get it done for you so that you get the outcome that you desire. Okay? Let me say it again. Spirit work is some of the best work because you can task a spirit to do something for you, and the spirit will figure out the best way to get it done for you. Yes, you can. You probably heard it from me. The Honorable Leg Jury says, can you write someone's name on toilet paper and wipe with it and flush it down the toilet? I heard that somewhere. You probably heard it from me because that is a simple but effective way to curse someone. Because if you write their name on the toilet paper and you wipe the boo boo, okay, you use your toilet paper to wipe, you are literally cursing them. You are telling them that you want their life to turn to shit. Very simple, very effective. You can do it as much or as long as you want to. Exactly. Exactly. Make sure y'all hit the like button. Go on, like and describe. Hit the like button. I'm out here telling y'all the spiritual truth, giving y'all some spiritual tea. And some, there's some little easy rituals that I'm dropping in here if y'all are really listening and paying attention. Skater says, which spirit is helpful? It depends. It depends on the person. That asking this question is just like asking which human is helpful. Some humans are more helpful than others, right? Some humans you have a good relationship with, some humans you don't. It just really depends on how you want to work. Spirit work is, I'm not going to say that spirit work is hard. Spirit work is not hard. But some people aren't willing to do spirit work because what the word spirit is very loaded. I'll say that. The word spirit is very loaded. But there are all types of spirits out here. There are all types of spirits out here. You just have to take your pick. The spirit world is absolutely real. Okay. Let me just say this. Don't think because a spirit is classified as an angel that they're going to be your friend either. Okay. There are plenty of angels that don't like humans. They will do the work for us. But there are plenty of angels that don't like humans. So don't fall into the trap of loaded words. Okay. There are many angels that don't like humans. There are many angels that will fuck people up. There are quote unquote, and I need for y'all to unclutch your pearls when I say this. So I need for you to breathe, take a cleansing breath, relax, release, be calm, be comfortable. There are demons, spirits that are classified demon. The word demon is loaded, that absolutely have no problem working with humans and will do what you ask. Okay. There are angels and demons that work together on things. There are fire spirits, there are earth spirits, there are spirits from different pantheons. Okay. African spirits, Cuban spirits, the Greek spirits, the Romans, Asian spirits. Okay. It's a bunch of different spirits out there. Okay. Yeah, unclenching butt cheeks. And yes, after the spirit does the work for you in the manner that you liked, say thank you and give them a present. The same way if you ask a human for a favor. If you say, "Hey girl, can you do me a favor?" and your friend do you a favor, you say, "Thank you girl so much for helping me." You absolutely better, or it is good, um it is a good way to relationship build by being kind, saying please and thank you. It's no different than interacting with a human, okay? The honorable leg jury says Santa Muerta is her girl. I mean, I heard Santa Muerta be out here doing the damn thing for people. So when people ask what spirit is, you have to first understand where you are mentally to even begin to get with spirit work, because sometimes the spirit that can do the best work for you is the spirit that already has a stain on their name, if that makes sense. Okay? So, and I have worked with all manner of spirits. Absolutely. I work with all manner of spirits, okay? Say please and thank you and keep going. Okay? So it just really depends. There is no one size fits all. Okay? And there is no. And so going back to the love and sex magic, you can absolutely, there are spirits whose specialties is love, lust, and sex magic. Angels too. Don't think just because it's an angel that they don't do that type of work. Angels do that type of work too. Getting someone to do something, they absolutely do that type of work. It just depends on, which one you go to. And there are many. Okay? There are many. Okay? There are many. So, let me just say that yeah, there's all absolutely more than one way to work. And those of us that have done various types of work, absolutely, I'm telling you because I've done it. I'm telling you because I've done some of everything. I've done some of everything. Because me, I'm curious. I've done some of everything. So I'm speaking from experience. So with that being said, I'm going to drop the link. And if you have a specific question, don't be scared to come on up. We a little community over here. Don't be scared to come up and ask your question. Okay? Because I'm giving y'all some free spiritual game right now. Some free spiritual game that I normally charge for. So give me like a couple minutes. I'm going to drop the link and then ask your question because I don't even know if I'm going to leave this up or not. I don't even know if I'm going to leave this up or not. I have to be careful with the type of information that I put out there to the world because there are a bunch of fucking idiots out here that will abuse the information. So I'm going to step away for a moment. I'm going to come back. I'm going to drop the link and then ask me a question. Okay. So I can tell you how best, maybe, to do the work or give you some insight. So I'm gonna be right back, y'all. Right back. I gotta go check something downstairs. All right, beloveds, I'm back. I'm going to drop the link so we can have a conversation. I'm gonna drop the link so we can have a conversation. So you can ask me something. Okay, please hit the like button. And if you are feeling generous, feel free to, share some coins with me. Okay. But yeah, I've had many a magical test dummy in my life. I mean, it just is what it is. Sometimes you gotta test and see how things are gonna work for you. Because one thing is, and let me just say this, how something manifests or unfolds for one person, it doesn't mean it's gonna work the same. Two people can do the exact same ritual and get completely different results. Because the magic is going to work within your world, within your realm, your personal sphere, right? To get you what you asked for. No two people's lives are exactly the same. So this is why um it will be like that. Okay, now let me bring someone on, our good sis, sexy RN.
Hello, everyone. Hi, dear.
Hey boo. How are you? Let me do it like this.
Oh my
Hey, how are
God.
you?
Oh my God. I only have one question. I'm
Mhm.
usually good at this, but I need this patient to leave me alone. He's been ringing every 10 minutes, and I need a spirit that's or
Girl, not you need a spirit for the patient to leave you alone.
at least not every 10 minutes. He is literally ringing every 10 minutes. That's why I missed this live, and now you're gonna take it down. I'm so upset.
Can somebody put my email address in the chat for V Lenore because she asked for. I'm sorry, I'm currently laughing at Sexy RN. Listen, Sexy RN like getting on my phone and playing with my time. I love Sexy RN though. She always be getting on my phone playing. Girl,
I'm
if you need
serious.
the person to leave you alone,
I can't even chart. I can't even chart. I can't do anything. He made me miss this live. That's upsetting because I was looking forward to this. I had my night planned, and he's ruining it.
girl, see, I ain't gonna tell you that because I don't want you to kill a man.
No, please no.
I don't want you to kill a
I
man.
don't feel like doing a code today.
Okay. This is what I suggest you do. I
Okay.
suggest you do you have any Florida water?
I actually do have some on me.
Okay. So this is what I suggest you to do. I suggest you go to the dollar store and get like a little spray bottle, one of the small ones, like the TSA approved ones.
Okay.
Put some Florida water in the spray bottle and add a little bit of protection oil if you have some and shake it up and spray it you can spray it on your hands or something like that, and then when you spray it on your hands, when you start in your shift, specifically say for that person not to call you, for that person to leave you alone.
Okay. I'm gonna have him
Okay.
tomorrow probably too.
Okay.
That'll work.
And this absolutely works. It's effective because I've done this twice. Once with Mr. Hoodoo and once at the place that I used to work at. I used to work for a very large technology company, one of the oldest ones in this country. Shouldn't be hard to figure out which one, but I used to work there. And when I first started at that place, you kind of got to get trained on like the processes and what's going on. This was my cybersecurity job. Baby, that man thought he could talk to me any type of damn way. I said,
Ooh.
I'm gonna show your ass, but I can tell you. So I went home. I got a little spray bottle um from the Dollar Tree, added my Florida water, added my protection oil into it, and I sprayed my desk, I sprayed my chair, where I worked at, specifically for that motherfucker to leave me alone. About 2 weeks later, the nigga got transferred to some other department. I didn't have to see him anymore.
Okay.
So it does work. You're not cursing them, you're not hurting anyone. You're just laying your boundary. Leave me alone. Okay?
Yes. We think he has a personal secretary. It's like you just had surgery,
Yeah,
sir.
yeah, yeah. No, 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 no. Do that.
Okay.
And the same thing like with Mr. Hoodoo. Some place that he worked at back in 2017 used to get on his nerves, was stressing him out. So I made the same thing for him. And he sprayed it, in his office. He closed his office door. He sprayed the ground, the desk, his chair, saying, please, please, please leave me alone. And his boss ended up having a brain aneurysm and
Oh
was out of
God.
work. So he didn't curse him, but let me tell you something. Spirit, and let me tell y'all something because some of y'all may not know. Spirit, the way magic works is magic will take the path of least resistance to get you what you want.
Ooh.
So that guy had been sick. He just didn't know he was sick.
Oh.
So he didn't curse him. He just said, leave me alone. So his medical condition was brought to the forefront and he left him alone. He was literally gone for months. So he didn't curse him. Like I said, magic follows the path of least resistance, just like water. Okay. So this is why, like a lot of times, like with like money magic and stuff like that, people be asking for money, but they don't have avenues for the money to come to them. So if one person if you're just working a job and you ask for more money, that will come like overtime. Now you ask for more money, you didn't say free money. You ask for more money. So you work overtime or you get a bonus Or, if that's your only avenue to make money, that's the only way money is going to come to you. So it may be constrained, right?
Right.
If you work a job and have like a small business, you may get a bonus at work and then your small business picks up, right? You have to have avenues for something like money to flow to you. Okay. So I want people to remember that when they're doing their money magic. Okay. And magic overall is going to follow the path of least resistance.
That does make sense.
So, like I said, this is why I tell you all do your spiritual cleansing. Okay, protection, do your road opener work so that your paths, your avenues are open for the things that you want to come to you, and then do your money magic because no one being desperate is never a good look. Okay, the energy of desperation is dangerous because you'll be out here doing anything when you're desperate. Okay,
Okay. Well, thank you.
okay.
And hopefully you won't take it down immediately so I can listen.
I might leave it up for a couple. I might leave it up
Okay.
for a couple.
Well,
We'll
thank
see.
you.
We'll see. Okay.
Okay.
All right, boo. So yeah, you know, I'm telling y'all, it works. Sandra said we use a Florida water at work now. Yeah, Florida water plus a little bit of protection oil, a couple of drops, and shake it up and then spray it on yourself or wherever you work to protect yourself from whatever it is or whoever it is, especially in the workplace. This works good through what? Contact magic. We talked about the contact magic. So spraying it where you work at your desk or whatever is contact magic. You're being in contact with the magic. That's how it's going to interact with you. Okay. So, like I said, that's not a curse. It's literally if you have people bothering you at work, or the person who's an asshole, or they think they can talk to you any type of way, or whatever. The person that keeps coming by your desk and they don't bathe and they smell like a damn barn, whatever it is, that's something that you can do. Lenore says, I'm doing magic right now. I'm asking spirit to encourage you to leave this live up so that I can catch up on the beginning. Okay, V. All y'all got to do is ask me nicely. But like I said, I really do have to be cognizant of the information that I share because all it takes is for the wrong Dusty to come across this video and then they'll be using the information against someone else. Okay. So there is so much that I can teach and put out there, but I really have to be like, will a Dusty come across this and then potentially use it against some woman? Like I have to be mindful of the things that I teach. Something also told me that y'all are ready for me to start offering like them quick classes again. Those like 2-hour classes that we used to do on like Sundays. Something telling me that y'all want me to start doing classes again. I may be wrong, but something told me. Something told me that the other day. But yeah. I could. I could. I could. I absolutely could. Yeah, like I said, and I haven't gone over anything that's like too like I haven't given like step by step by step. But like I said, a Dusty or a degenerate or a mammy getting their hands on magic is not a good thing at all. Okay? It's not a good thing at all. So, Empress asks, she says, I make my own Florida water. Will it still work? Oh, it should, as long as your Florida water is Florida water. And what's going to make it Florida water is going to be the high citrus content. Okay? Because a Florida water has a cleansing, a spiritual cleansing effect to it, and also has like a blessing effect to it. Okay? So you have to have like high concentration of like oranges or like some lemons and oranges, okay? So if you find a good Florida, and I have a good Florida water recipe, but like a lot of stuff I keep because niggas will take the information that you give out and then try and sell it to people, okay? That's why I will give y'all a recipe, but I don't give you all necessarily my recipes, if that makes sense, right? Niggas will take your shit and try to commercialize your own shit, right? So I really have to be careful with what I put out there, right? But if you're making your own Florida water, yeah, it'll still work. hmm It'll still work. It'll still work. Yeah. Y'all saw what B Simone took that girl's whole notebook and just reprinted the shit out and then sold it as hers. Niggas, y'all know niggas is trifling. Y'all know niggas are trifling and they will do that shit. Okay. So I will give y'all a recipe. I don't give you my recipes. Okay. Okay. So, it's so many things that like I said, I really want to share with you all, but like I said, in the hands of a dusty, a degenerate, or a mammy, magic is dangerous. Magic is dangerous, right? Um, Especially with people who don't know what they're doing, who don't want to at least learn the basics of things, right? So, so yeah, just something that I thought about because yes, I'm tarot. I read the tarot. I have my clients. I'm doing the astrology and stuff like that. And let me tell y'all something. Listen, we gonna see what next month gonna bring us because these eclipses. Okay, we have the total lunar eclipse in Pisces, then we have the partial solar eclipse in Virgo at the yeah, in Virgo towards the end of September. Listen, these eclipses, I'm waiting to see. I'm waiting to see what's gonna happen because baby, 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 baby. Yeah. Did anybody else have any other questions? Let me put the link again. I'm sorry, I did not pin it because I'm not on YouTube. I'm just in StreamYard. Let me put the link again in case someone had another question. In case someone had another question. Um, yeah. And again, I do. I would share so much with y'all if people weren't afraid of certain words. Listen, the eclipse is not happening on the eclipse is not happening on the Scorpio Taurus axis. These eclipses are happening on the Pisces Virgo axis. Okay, so the push and pull between what's tangible, what's not tangible. Okay, what's fact, what's fiction, what's in a dream state, what's in reality. Okay, and it really just depends on where this eclipse is going to fall in your personal chart. So, oh, it's good, sis. V. Lenore. Hey, girl.
Hi, how
How
are
are you,
you?
boo?
I'm okay. Thank you so much
Okay.
for doing this.
You're
And
welcome.
I'm sorry I was late. Girl,
Oh, no, girl, you good.
I wanted you to know that I deleted it off my community walk because of what you just said about the wrong people getting access and some of us want to replay it. So I don't want to help advertise the information per se. So just
Oh,
so you
no,
know
you
that.
good. You good.
And
You
then
are
the
good,
other
girl.
thing, I have two quick questions, okay?
Yes.
So one is regarding a money spell. So you're saying that in order to do the money spell, you have to have vehicles for the money to flow. So I
Yes.
have a business, I have my YouTube channel. I'm not
Mhm.
currently working right now, but I am looking for work. So
Mhm.
those would be good vehicles, correct? Is that what you're
Yes.
saying?
Yes.
Okay. Is there anything simple that we can do that you don't mind sharing that we can do to sort of welcome that?
Yeah,
in
absolutely,
the short
absolutely,
term?
absolutely. So let me just ask you a question. What types of things are you okay with doing? Because I only suggest work to people that they are comfortable doing, because if they're comfortable doing it, they're going to actually do the work.
Mhm.
Um, so
So
what
when
types
you
of
say
things
that,
are you comfortable doing? So like, are you okay with like, um, are you okay with candle magic? Are you okay with like spiritual oils? Are you okay with like what types of, if you were doing money work for yourself, what
mhm,
type, if you're looking online, what kinds of
mhm.
things online would you be okay with doing?
So all of this is sort of, kind of, sort of new to me.
Mhm,
Um, I would say, and then here's the thing: right when I was getting into learning more about hoodoo in general,
mhm,
was probably last year, and now all of my
mhm,
stuff is packed up with the exception of maybe a couple of items. So I started acquiring things so
mhm.
that I could do candle magic, or so that I could,
Okay,
just reading things. I had literature and that sort of thing. So
okay,
I'm open to candle magic. I'm
okay.
open to, I'm a little nervous about the spirit work only because I'm not sure who I'm calling on in that. You know what
Right.
I mean? I don't want to
I
bring
completely get
in.
that, and that's why I say I
Okay.
only suggest things to people that they are comfortable with. I never try to force anyone into doing something they don't wanna do, and I have plenty
Sure.
of clients in this here chat, and they can all tell you that I never force anyone to do anything they don't wanna do. So, okay, you said you are okay with candle magic. Let's go with
I
some
am.
candle magic. Okay,
Okay.
so, the first thing that I would suggest that you do is to spiritually cleanse yourself. However you do that, um, because you want to make sure that you are removing any negative energy, or even just, just to declutter your spiritual self is
Mhm.
always a good thing to do before you are doing magic like this.
Okay.
So however you do your spiritual cleansing, if you wanna do a spiritual bath, that's fine. If you want to, sage yourself or your house with sage, that's fine.
Okay.
Spiritual cleansing first. I do have a spiritual bath recipe,
Okay.
somewhere on my YouTube channel. It's not hard to find. I had did a series on, spiritual baths.
Okay.
So, spiritual cleanse
And
first.
here's the
Next
thing:
thing.
I've never done a spiritual, but I know that I would like one, probably
Okay,
need one,
okay.
but didn't
I
really
honestly do
know.
think you need one.
Okay.
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 So let me ask you,
Mm-hmm.
do you what would you be comfortable with? Would you be comfortable with lighting sage and doing it, or would you be comfortable like spending time in the bathroom doing a spiritual cleanse? What would you be
I
comfortable
could
with?
do both. I could do both.
Okay. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So here's what I suggest. I
Mm-hmm.
would suggest that you spiritually. And you could take a spiritual cleansing shower. It doesn't have to be a bath. We will
Mm-hmm.
modify our rituals for modern day living. Back in the
Hmm.
day, there weren't any showers, so people could only get into a tub of water.
Right.
So here's what I would suggest to make it as simple as possible. Go on Amazon, and let me just bring up
Mm-hmm.
Amazon real quick so that everyone can see. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and go to get yourself a bar of Florida water soap.
Okay. That seems
Okay.
easy. Okay.
Yeah, it's very easy. So let me just share this so that everyone can see. Okay. So that everyone can share screen. Bloop.
I imagined a bunch of herbs and things all
I
in
mean,
the
you
tub,
can
and
do it that way. You can do
I
it
mean,
that way, but
I don't necessarily want to if I don't have
okay.
to, but
No, no, no. So
I'll
this
do
is your
whatever I
floor.
need.
Yeah, this is your Florida water soap. It's by Murray and Landman. This is what they look like on Amazon so everyone can see. You just need a bar of soap. So the first thing
Okay.
that you do is clean your bathroom, your shower, whatever. Clean it first from the dirt
Mhm.
and the grime. Then
Okay.
make sure that you wash your hair.
Mhm.
Okay, wash your hair, make sure your hair is cleansed.
Okay.
And then you take a regular shower to get clean.
Okay.
After you do that, You take the bar of Florida water soap, you get a clean washcloth, and you get in the shower and you shower with the Florida water soap. Now,
Okay.
how do you shower? You shower from head going down. You're not going to wipe back and forth like windshield wipers. You're just going to keep moving down. So head down,
Oh,
neck down,
okay.
arms down. Because down, right? It's like when you rinse off in the shower, all the dirt goes down.
Mm, got you.
So symbolism and the things that we do are important as well. Okay.
Can I ask you
So
this real quick before we go further? You said
yes.
you said bathe from the head down. So I
Mhm.
know at this point I've already taken an
Mhm.
actual bath. I've already washed my hair, but do I use the soap to go through my hair as well
You
and all the way
can you
down?
can take you can take some, like you can wet your hands with the soap and kind of sprinkle some on your head if you
Okay.
want to, as
Okay.
long as it's touching the top, because the top of your head, that is your spiritual crown, right?
Mhm.
It's important, just like we think about, remember, like with babies, they have a soft spot in their head, we protect that part. Your spiritual
Yes.
head, when people in different religions, when they cover their head, right, with spiritual garments,
Mm.
it is to protect. So we want to make sure that we touch the top of our spiritual aura with that spiritual cleansing item as well. You don't have to
Okay.
drench yourself in it, but just sprinkle a little bit on top, you know, to do
Okay.
that. Does that answer that question?
Yep. Yep.
Okay, perfect. So then you want to wash down your neck, down your arm, lift up your arm, and then
Mhm.
from fingertips to your armpit, and then you just wash down. You do not put this soap in your
And
in
the
your hoo
kitty.
ha. Don't. Mm-mm.
Got
I
it.
don't want nothing to be on fire. I don't want nothing to be red and irritated. Okay, you
Mhm.
don't have to. You ain't got to put it there. But
Okay,
yeah, just
good.
wash down and wash down. And as you are washing down, you are concentrating on, you know, I remove all negativity off of me. I remove
Mm.
all self-sabotaging thoughts. I remove all the thoughts that keep me up at night. I remove any and all curses, hexes being thrown against me. I remove,
Mm.
you just doing all that. You're doing
Mhm.
all that. And as you're doing it, you're cleansed. And then once you're fully done, and like what I like to do is when I do that in the shower, I will do it and I'm just like repeating all of this over and over and over and over and over, almost like a mantra. And just know that, you're washing it all away. So when you rinse,
Mhm.
that soap is going to take it all with you. When you get out of that shower, you are going to feel lighter.
Okay.
You are going to feel lighter. So then you put on some clean clothes. Now you're spiritually clean. So if you want to use the sage to sage your place, let me
Mhm.
just tell you, sage when it's burned, it kind of smells like weed. So I'm just letting you
Yeah.
know. It smells like my husband used to be like, "Are you in here getting high?" I'm like, "No." He used to ask me all the time, "Are you getting?" No, I'm not getting high. I'm not getting high, babe. So, but we live in California now, so that's a different story. So when you're using the sage, make sure that your closet doors are open, um, the cabinets in
Mm.
the bathroom, any cabinets or doors that you have in your house or your apartment, make sure everything is open and make sure that a window is open because you're going to go from room to room. You may want to disable the smoke detector because sage is going to create a lot of smoke. So it's going to be
Uh-huh.
smoky. Make sure the window is open, even if it's just cracked, because
Mhm.
when you are chasing that negative energy out, it has to have a way to escape. A lot of people be saging their
Wow.
places and they don't have the window open, and you just chasing the negativity from room to room. You have to have
Wow.
a
Do you know
window open.
what?
Uh-huh.
I last year I started saging for like the first time, like every so often I was saging around my place. But I I did have one window open, but it was not on purpose. And
Right.
maybe it wasn't always open. And I definitely didn't have the closets open or the cabinets open. So I was
Mhm.
totally doing it wrong.
It's okay,
I didn't even
right? It's okay. We learn and then we we implement what we learn, right? And so you have all those doors and stuff open because the negativity could be hiding in a closet, in the bathroom cabinet, in the pantry. You know, you don't know where it is. So you chase it from room to room. If you have a house that's 2 stories, you start from the top level and you go down to the lowest level. Okay. If you're just an apartment, you just go room to room. But if you have a, downstairs or a tri-level house, you're going to start from the top and go to the bottom the same way that we bathe, right? You're going to do it that way. Make sure that the windows are open. It's really good to do in springtime when that warm weather first breaks and you can open the windows. It's really good to do it then to just get out all that stagnant energy from the winter. So yeah, you can spiritually stage like that. And when you go in room to room, all the negativity, you got to go. You can't stay here. You need to leave. This is my place. I rule here. Just say things with authority, because we do have spiritual authority. We were created by God, right? We have spiritual authority created. We don't have all the powers of God, but we do have creation powers, right? Because we can create children, right? So we do have that
Right.
power of creation, right?
Right.
Say whatever it is you need to say, but y'all got to go from room to room, but make sure the window is open. Once the smoke kind of dies down, you'll be good to go. So that's spiritual cleansing. Now, if you want to do money magic, real easy. A green candle. I don't know. Are you in Atlanta?
No, I'm in California now.
Where you at?
That's why I asked you the other day. I was like, Q, where you at in California? I just moved to
Where you at?
California. I'll tell you later. I'll tell you.
Okay. Okay, you can
I'm in
email me and
Southern
tell me.
California, but I'll
Okay.
tell you.
Okay, cool. Yeah, well, I'm in Silicon Valley. I'm in San Jose. So that's where I am. So I'm in the Bay Area.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I'm in the Bay Area. Okay, that's cool. So I might have the next time that we take a trip down to SoCal, depending on the area, I might have to be like, "Hey, where you at, V girl?" And let's get together and talk. Let's get together
Yeah,
and
I was
talk.
telling Nyla too. I'm 3 hours from Vegas too. So I heard you say something about going to Vegas. So tell me when you go to Vegas,
Yeah.
girl. I might meet you there.
Right. Because Natasha, who's in the chat, she lives in Vegas too. So,
Oh, cool.
mhm. Natasha, she's in Vegas too. But anyway, girl. So yeah, with your money magic, I would say it would be better for you to get a well, what kind of green candles can you get?
Well, I can now. I'll tell you this. I did order the candles that I did order. I ordered them on Amazon
Okay.
initially. So, and they weren't expensive, and it was a box of candles of different colors.
Okay.
But now, of
Okay. I
course,
know which
it's
ones
all
you're talking
packed
about.
up and in storage. But I'll buy some
Okay.
more.
Okay. I would suggest working with a green glass vigil candle. Let
Okay.
me see. Green. Come on now. My nails are so
I
long.
bought those candles, girl, and they're all of them still in the box, brands. Because I
Okay.
felt like I don't want to do anything wrong. I felt like I still needed to acquire
Right. No, it's
information.
all good, girl. Yeah, it's all good. So I would suggest getting one of these.
Okay.
Here's why. Because this candle is gonna burn for 3 to 5 days. The longer it's
Straight.
burning,
Okay.
the more energy output it's going to put as it pertains to your goal.
Okay.
Okay. The small ones in the boxes, those individual candles only burn for about 5 hours, and they're gonna yeah. I mean, you can do some heavy work with those, but for you want the energy to build and build so
Mm-hmm.
that there is more energy and emphasis behind what it is that you want. So you
Okay.
take one of these candles, you
Mm-hmm.
take one of these candles, you cleanse the glass with Florida water. Okay, cleanse the glass with Florida water. Get you some money. You can get you some money herbs. Let me tell you, you can make a simple money drawing herb herbal blend with cinnamon,
Mm-hmm.
with nutmeg, with
Mm-hmm.
bay leaves.
Oh, got all that. Okay.
Right. A lot of stuff we could just get at the grocery store.
Okay.
Cinnamon, nutmeg, bay leaves. If you want to add a little bit of fun to it, chamomile flowers. I absolutely suggest the chamomile flowers because
Hmm.
maybe they're gonna bring you some money. Okay, the
Hmm.
chamomile flowers, they represent the gold aspects. Okay, you got the bay leaves for success. Okay, and the
Mhm.
cinnamon is to speed things up and heat up the work, speed things up so that you get what you want. Okay, simple
Mm.
money drawing. Nutmeg, you don't even need the nutmeg. Cinnamon, bay leaves, and chamomile. Trust me,
Okay.
it's gonna work. It packs a punch. So I would grind that up. Like if you have a coffee bean grinder, put them herbs. Listen, I got a coffee bean grinder, and when I need
Mm-hmm.
to stuff the powder, I throw all my herbs in the coffee bean grinder. It works
Okay, so
just
you're
as
saying mix them all together, grind them together. Okay, and
right,
then do
because
okay.
you're going to
Okay.
put them on top of this candle.
On top of the can. Just do that the one time and then okay, pour it on
Uh-huh.
top
Yeah, I'm
before
telling
I
I'm
even
I'm
light
I'm
it.
tell you I'm gonna tell you exactly what to do. I'm gonna tell you exactly what to do.
Okay.
So
I'm
you get
sorry,
this
babe.
green candle, you clean
Mm-hmm.
this green candle. Like I said, if you got some Florida water in a spray bottle, I have Florida water in a spray bottle that I use to spiritually cleanse stuff. Okay. Florida
Mm-hmm.
water, you clean the outside of the glass. You can kind of clean the rim, the inside rim of the glass as well.
Mm-hmm.
You get yourself a screwdriver, some scissors or something, and you are going to poke 4 holes around the wick of this candle.
Poke 4 holes into the candle around the wick. Is that what you're
Yes.
saying? Okay, got it,
Yes.
got it. Okay, okay,
Yes.
okay.
So some people gonna say, it's for it's for the 4 corners, north, south, east, west. Some are gonna say it's for the 4 elements, earth, air, fire, water. Or you can say it's for, when you do the sign of the cross, Father, Son, Holy Spirit.
Mm-hmm.
That is the same thing. That's 4. 1, 2, 3, 4
Okay.
with the wick in the middle. You take a little bit of your powder that you made, you put
Mm-hmm.
some powder in each one of those holes around the wick.
Mm.
Mhm. And you bless your candle. You bless your candle, you pray over it, you tell it exactly what to do.
Mm.
However you want to do it. If you're fine with the Christian paradigm, say in the name of the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit, I, Villanor, bless and empower you, green candle, to bring me however much money or whatever money, whatever. Okay,
Mhm.
and however you want to say it, whatever words you choose is what you choose.
Mhm. Mhm.
You light that candle and you let it burn. It's going to start off slow at first. The flame is going to be small at first. You have to give it time to build up. And then every day you can come back to this candle and repeat your prayer, say whatever it is over it, and you just let it burn until it burns out. Now, always practice fire safety. Okay.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
you can put it in a pan. Um, I know you're probably older than me. I'm in my 40s. I have some cast iron skillets. So, sometimes
Mhm.
I'll put in a cast iron skillet in case
Mm.
anything happens, it falls in the skillet.
Mhm.
Even
Okay.
if you have your own house, you can sit it inside a barbecue grill. Make sure you are practicing candle safety only on a flat surface, only underneath
Okay.
something that will not burn.
Okay.
Um, because you're practicing candle safety. Okay.
So it doesn't
Okay,
matter
go ahead.
where in the house is placed as long as it's safe. The
As long
intention
as
is
it's
what
safe,
matters.
right? Safe on a flat surface, on a fireproof surface, no children enter, no pets enter,
Yep.
no drafts, this is fire, okay? And we are working with the power of fire, because why this works is because as the fire destroys the wax, your prayers, your desires are being created in the spiritual realm. Okay. As something, because we know, right? We all know how it goes. Sometimes you have to destroy things for new things to come about. So you are using the energetics of fire, okay, to burn through and give you what you want. So as it's burning down, as the candle burns down, as this wick is burning down, your prayers, your desires are being lifted, being transmuted on the other side, so then you can get what you desire. Always practice fire safety. If you don't feel good, I'm a pro, so I leave a bunch of shit burning all the time. I leave shit burning overnight. That's just me. If you don't feel good with leaving something burning overnight, or you just want to burn it when you're in the house for 6 hours straight, that's fine too. Never, ever, ever blow out the candle flame. If you need to put out the flame, you smother it. So like smother it with like a one of those tin pie plates, or you can smother it with a cup or something, but or pinch out the flame. You never, ever, ever blow it out.
Okay.
So like I
So
said,
I
burn.
can't. I
Go ahead.
can't. So if I do have to put it out at at different times,
Mhm.
that's not going to make a difference as long as
No.
I continue to burn it again and
Yes.
allow the whole thing to burn out.
Yes.
So I don't have to
Yes.
do it in a certain period of time or nothing
No,
like
but I
that.
would suggest burning it every day, because you want
Gosh.
it to build up. Like I said, I'm a pro. These are built in these glasses. They are meant to burn all the way through. So it's okay if they continuously burn, because that's what they were meant for. They're in
Okay.
this candle glass. But I know some people, it may be their first time. So if you're gonna be at home for 8 hours all day, be at home for 8 hours all day. It burns. It's in a safe place. When you get ready to leave, or if you gonna get ready to go to bed, smother the flame so that it goes out. Okay. And then the next day, when you want to light it, you relight it, stating your petition, bring me money, whatever, whatever, whatever. Okay. And you let it burn. But these types of candles are supposed to be burned completely through without being put out. But like I said, it's okay if you don't feel comfortable doing that, as long as you do not blow it out. If you blow it out, you ruined it. So never ever blow it out. Smother the flame so that it goes out. Right. Rockin' Robin says fire is destructive and purifying at the same time. Exactly. We burn things all the time.
Yeah.
So this is candle management that you can do. I would say to do this. And you can say whatever you want to say. Bring more money to my business, or just have a conversation with spirit, or I really need an extra $1,000, or whatever it is. But say your prayers, say what you need, um, and let it, just do that, and you will see, things will start to pick up. So you do have avenues. You have YouTube, so that'll be more views. You'll probably get more super chats, more cash apps. Your business will pick up some. But this is work. It's ongoing work. The same
Sure.
way that, we have to shower every day, or we have to do our hair every day, or it's ongoing work. So I would suggest that you do this maybe every 2 weeks, because
Okay.
you want to
Keep
keep
it
things
going.
moving for you, right? And I would definitely
Yep.
say for you to do your spiritual cleansing at least once a month. Okay? At least
Okay.
once a month, because some of the topics that we talk about on YouTube, it gets draining. You deal with people,
Sure.
there's bickering, dealing with
Yep.
people and energies, and then you read something in the news and you're just like, "Oh my God, what the hell is happening?" All that stuff builds up on us,
Yep.
and it takes a toll on us, whether it's whether we want to admit it or not, right? So,
Yeah.
yeah, that is what I
Yeah.
suggest.
And everybody says they're an empath, but I promise to God I am, and I take in other people's energy
You're
all the
like me.
time.
I know you do. I know you do.
Yeah.
And I will just say that I know you. I'm not saying that other people don't feel things, but I know my
Yeah.
people and we really, really feel things. My mom is a Pisces, I'm a Pisces. You're like we really, really, really feel things because that is just the depth of water, right? Water is a spiritual conduit, right? It's a spiritual conduit. We all know it. We are birth.
Mm-hmm.
We come into life on this planet through water, right? The amniotic sac. So water has always been a
Mm-hmm.
spiritual thing across
Mm-hmm.
cultures. Christians have baptisms, we do our spiritual cleansings. All these things are the power of water, right? So water has always been a
Mm-hmm.
heavy spiritual um element. So I know that you feel things or whatnot. So absolutely, I would
Mm-hmm.
definitely say you do your cleansing at least once a month because
Okay.
you know you want to make sure that your spiritual hygiene is good. Um, Something that you
Mm-hmm.
want, and you can say you
That's a
can do
good. I
simple
never thought
protection.
about it like that. You're.
Hmm.
I'm sorry. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
you
You
can do
said your
simple.
spiritual hygiene. My God, girl,
Yes,
that's a whole phrase right there. I ain't never heard that
yeah.
one before,
Spiritual
but it is
hygiene is absolutely
powerful.
important. It is. I mean, it's the same thing. Listen, we all know it.
Mm-mm.
In the Asian countries, they call it feng shui. You need to clean up all this damn clutter. You need to wash them clothes.
Yep.
You need to. We
Yep.
all know when you be cleaning up, it feels lighter.
Yep.
When your place is clean.
It
It's the
does.
same thing with us. We have spiritual bodies, okay? We have our spiritual bubbles. How do we all know we got our spiritual
Mm.
bubble? If you standing in line at the grocery store and somebody's standing too close to you, but they're not touching you, you can feel it.
Yep. Yep.
That is your
Yep.
spiritual aura. It extends, out. It extends out. So we be like, just
Mm-hmm.
give me a couple feet. Like, why are you so close to me? Like, it's weird, right? So, which is why, like riding on the plane and stuff like that is weird because you're just sitting next to these people. You don't know what type of damn demons they got on them.
Mm-hmm.
So our spiritual etheric body is real. It is real. So we
Mm-hmm.
have to keep it cleansed, right? Because that's like our first line of defense. And we know that once again, because if people standing too close to you and they don't have good juju, they feel weird. Why are you close to me? You start panicking, like, who is this person? Like, I don't know you, their energy, we have to keep
Mm-hmm.
ourselves clean. We have to clean. We have to clean. Let me see what Missy is saying here. She said, I'm still here driving. I just want to say thank you, Q, and I appreciate you. While I'm stopped, I use water with my candle. Is okay. What do you mean you use? Okay, don't sit your candle in the water. Don't sit it in the water. Sit it on a
Does
fireproof.
she mean water versus regular?
I don't know. I don't know. She
Go ahead. I'm
may
sorry.
have to clarify. You may have to clarify for me, boo. Okay. So yeah. So we know, right? We know we have etheric spiritual
Mm-hmm.
bodies, and we have to keep that field spiritually clean. Your spiritual hygiene is just as important, okay? And we know this because of all the different things that are said throughout history. Cleanliness is next to godliness. You got to be clean.
Mm-hmm.
You have to be clean, okay? Spiritually
Yeah.
spiritually cleansed, okay? So yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Does I know that was a
Can
lot.
I ask
Does
one?
that help?
No,
Yeah,
no,
go ahead.
no.
Ask
This
one
is
question.
so good. I just have one more question.
Yes.
So you kind of you covered because I really wanted to talk to you about the spiritual bath. So the fact that
Mhm.
you started with that is so
Mhm.
key. It was so on point with what I needed. I
Mhm.
wanted to know how to do that. I wanted to know about the money flow, and lastly, but probably most importantly, I want to know about what something easy and quick. And maybe you mentioned this. I'll go back and listen but about protections. I know you were talking about protections when I came in, but I just want to know what is there that I can do? Is there another candle I can burn to ensure
You
that I'm
can
protected? Because I feel
yeah. So protection is what we follow up our spiritual cleansing with, because it doesn't make sense to cleanse everything, but we don't have any barriers up to protect us from getting dirty as quick. So very,
Okay.
very easy one. You don't need anything.
Okay.
Psalms
Oh.
91. And let me
Okay.
reiterate why. Let's go Psalm 91 KGV. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So we can all see. And this is why Psalm 91 is one of the best ones for protection. Absolutely. He is my refuge and my fortress, my God, in him I will trust. But surely
Yes.
he shall deliver me from the snare of the fowler and from the noisome pestilence. He shall cover thee with his feathers,
Mm-hmm.
and under his wings shalt thou trust. His truth shall be thy shield and buckler. Thou shalt not be afraid for the terror by night, nor for the
Mm-hmm.
arrow that flieth by day. That is your 24-hour protection.
All right.
Nor for the pestilence that walketh in darkness, nor for the destruction that wasteth at noonday.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? 1,000 shall fall
Yep.
at thy side, and 10,000 at thy right hand, but it shall not come near thee. This is your at night, morning, noon, and night. There shall be no
Okay.
evil befall thee, neither shall any plague come nigh thy dwelling. Okay? For he shall give his
Mm-hmm.
angels charge over thee to keep thee in all thy ways. This is one of the best. I mean, I suggest it to everyone. You can say it. I would suggest that you say it in the morning or at
Mm-hmm.
night, whenever you're feeling weird or you feel like people trying to come for you or whatever. But
Mm-hmm.
yet, every time you spiritually cleanse, you need to do protection.
Amen. Okay.
Okay?
Yeah, because
So
I
this
was
is Psalm
thinking
91.
you're almost vulnerable at that point. You're even more
Yeah,
vulnerable.
right, right.
Yeah.
Because now you're shiny and clean and new, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now
Yep.
you're shiny and clean and new. And I want people to understand, like, when these religions and spiritual practices, when they are saying things, it you have to understand the esoteric meanings behind them. So when you are spiritually cleansing, you are becoming new again. Okay. New again
Mm-hmm.
energetically. You are resetting the energetic spectrum of what's going on. That's why you have to do both. You have to spiritually cleanse your home and yourself. You can't be clean sitting in a bunch of muck. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Now you can pair this with
Thank you,
a
Q.
red candle or anything like that. I mean, it's, you could do whatever. You could do whatever, but
Okay.
you could pair with a red candle, with some um, protection
So
oil.
where do
You
you
can
get
make it.
protection oil though?
I make mine because that's just me. I make mine. You can make a simple
Right.
protection oil with and I think I have the protection oil or protection bath video on my channel. One of the mods, please find it and put it in here. You
Okay.
can do a simple one with bay leaves, angelica
Okay.
root, salt. But I would definitely say like salt, um, bay leaves, or if you want to, I know a lot of people don't want to, but you can even go to your local Catholic church and get some holy water, because that is protective as well. Um, because it's salted water that has been blessed, right? So
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
it's more than one way to skin a cat, and you can um absolutely do that. But I would say if you make your own protection oil, I would say a base of either organic olive oil or organic sunflower oil. I would say some salt, bay leaves, and oh God, what is it called? The frankincense.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
The actual
Okay.
frankincense resin, it is expensive, but frankincense resin. So bay leaf is one of those herbs that has dual purposes. Bay leaf is for success and money drawing, and it's for protection as well. So the bay leaf is going to be protection, salt is going to be protection, If you use angelica root is, if you listen to the name of it, angelica, the base of it is angel, right? So we're bringing in that energy. Frankincense, absolutely. Frankincense
Mm-hmm.
is good resin that calls in the power of blessed spirits. So it is a holy resin.
Okay.
Right? And we know this, right? Frankincense and myrrh. So I would do something like
Mm-hmm.
that. You can make your own. Or if you have to buy, some, you can get some from these people. I have tested these people's oils and stuff before. So
Yeah,
is this
girl,
something?
let me buy it. Hell, I'll buy it from you. I don't care. Just let me.
Yeah,
If you say it's good, I'll buy it.
yeah. So we can go to, let me see. So this, let me go here because I just need to click on the. So I don't know if these are white people or black people or not, but I will say that if someone is lower on money and can't spend for the pricier oils, um, I would say go to Art of the Root on Amazon. I have tested their oils and they do work. So I would just if you need something quick, um, if you need something quick, they do have I would say this one. Fiery Wall of Protection oil. Okay. Um, this is a good
Mm-hmm.
this is I've bought from their company years ago, like 2015, 2016. Their oils do work. Their oils do
Mm-hmm.
work. I do make my
Okay.
own, but I tell people if you need some oils in a pinch or you don't have, enough money to drop $25, $30 in a bottle of oil, um, theirs do work. Let me show you another person. Let me plug the fellow black lady. Um, so this lady here, her name is Maisha. She's an absolute beast in these spiritual streets, cognac and conjure. Um, she has good oils too, but she only makes them at certain times. So she has Fiery Wall of Protection oil. It's in a 1 ounce bottle, but I'm telling you, she's a spiritual worker that is about that life. And her shit hits, her money oil hits too. She only sells a few things. She only sells a few things. So if you were to get anything from
Mm-hmm.
Maisha, I would say Fiery Wall of Protection oil or her money drawn oil. Her money drawn oil has actual gold flakes in it. Her money drawn oil is about that life. Okay. So these two, but she takes a
Okay.
while it may take 2 to 3 weeks for you to get it from her. Because she is just one person,
Okay.
right? She's one person, she has a
Right.
child. Um, so we gotta give our small one person business owners, you gotta give us some slack because we be out here working hard. It's just us. So those are two places that I would suggest to
Mm-hmm.
go for money oil or protection oil. Olive oil ain't gonna do nothing.
So,
Olive oil has no herbs or anything in it. You want the things with actual ashe in it. Go ahead, V Lenore.
okay. So I have the oil. Now, what do I do with it exactly?
So with
Once I have it, am I?
the protection oil, you can anoint
Yeah.
yourself with it and just pray for protection
Okay.
from
Okay.
however you want to. I will say, pray for protection as it pertains to your finances, okay? Because a lot of times we can bring money in with the
Mm-hmm.
money magic, but we can bring money in with the
Mm-hmm.
money magic, but you got to be able to keep the money.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha.
But you got to be able to keep the money. It doesn't make
So I
sense
can
to have
base.
money if you can't keep it.
Right. Absolutely. So when you
So,
say anoint myself, so sort of do like the father and son, like if
however you
that's
want to anoint yourself, you can,
how I would.
anoint your forehead, right? People, we all know, like Some, you know, people be having like the little dust from Psalm Sunday. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm not a Christian, but you know they be doing a little dust. You can anoint your forehead.
Mm-hmm.
You can just you can pray over yourself. You can do a candle with a little bit of that oil in it, however you want to. Just be aware if you get fiery wall
Okay.
of protection oil, it is spicy.
Mm-hmm.
So, because fiery wall of protection oil, it's in the name, fiery. So there are spicy herbs in that. So I would say do a skin test to see if it's going to burn you or not. Everyone is sensitive to different things. I would say do a skin test. But if you go to Art
Got
of
you.
the Root and just get regular protection oil from Art of the Root is not going to burn. Maisha's fiery wall of
Okay.
protection oil from Cognac and Conjure, that's going to burn. Because a fiery wall of protection oil, you have to have the hot ingredients
Mm-hmm.
to build the fiery spiritual barrier. Okay.
Okay.
So,
Okay, girl, this was a lot. Thank you, though. I love
okay.
it. I'm excited, actually.
Yeah,
Um,
no, listen.
okay, I'm still
I
gonna
am
email
here to
you.
help. Yeah. Just email me, girl. Just email me. But yeah,
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna
listen,
email
I'm
you.
here. I'm here to help, and I do my best to try to help. Um, Well, I do help my clients, and I do, those of you who have been clients who are in my chat, you all know that I do help you. You all know that the things that I tell you to do are very effective and they do work. But I really, do my best to help to help us and especially to help women because it's so much shit that we have to deal with out here. And I'd rather for you to have your money
Yeah.
and be safe and protected. You know what I mean? So,
Yes, absolutely.
Um, yeah, and absolutely, you can take that oil and put a couple drops of it in your wallet, on your debit card or credit card
Okay.
to protect that. Listen, you have to
Oh.
protect all of the things, your car, um, on the tires,
Oh.
dab it on the tires of your car. I mean, you have to drive, right? On the tires of your car, on the hood of
Yes,
your car. Like
absolutely.
you have to protect yourself because like I said, magic magic follows the path of least resistance and you may be protected you yourself, but what about your
Mm,
car? What about your bank account? What about your house? Hell, anoint your doors
wow.
with the oil on the outside of your door, the sign of the cross on the outside of
Mhm.
you have to protect. And I tell my clients all the time, protect everything that you love and care about, because when people try and do fuck
Mhm.
shit, you may be protected, but if some other aspect of your life isn't, that's where it will creep in.
Mhm. Yes. I love it. Thank you, girl. Thank you. And
Mhm.
I will be emailing you, and I want to find out how to become a client and all of that good stuff. Okay.
Yeah. It's all
Shoot.
I don't know what the
I'm
feedback is
joining the
because I don't have
church of
anything
Q.
open.
Okay.
Listen. If this has been helpful to you all, or if you yourself personally out there in the chat, you feel like you need to have a spiritual consultation with me, please schedule one with me. One of the mods can drop my actual website link into the chat because there may be things going on that I can help you with. Okay. And I'm telling you, as someone that has experienced so much, but when you apply these these spiritual principles to your everyday life, it will help you. Okay. It
Mhm.
absolutely will help you. And I am here to help because listen, the world is not fair, but I personally use spirituality and magic as a tool to help
Mhm.
myself the
Yeah.
same way that you have a car so you don't have to walk 10 miles to the grocery store, or so that
Mhm.
it's a tool, just like your phone, just like the internet, just like a pair of scissors. It is a tool, and I implement all tools that I can to make my life easier. We're not supposed to be walking around out here with a hard knock life. There is
Mm-hmm.
abundance and plenty for everyone, and this world is not fair, and it's a bunch of jacked up shit going on. And I would rather for my
Mm-hmm.
people, especially my ladies, to have as much ease and smooth movement in their lives as possible. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
This is why I
Absolutely.
do this, because I figured out you do not have to raw dog life. You do not have to raw dog life. And I refuse. I refuse to raw dog life. But I have to teach and share things and meet people with where they're at. And then
Sure.
once I teach people and they're okay with certain concepts, then we can move on to something else. Then we can move on to something else. Then we can move on to something else.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yep.
So,
All right.
so yeah,
Oh, one
y'all.
quick
So
thing. Also,
yeah,
regarding
girl.
the protection. So, do the protections every couple weeks too? Do it every day? How's that work?
Your
When I once I have
I
the
will
oil.
say, so this is what I say. The absolutely do your spiritual protection every time you spiritually cleanse. Every time. So
Okay,
you will
got
know
it.
in your life when you need to step it up. Okay. You know when you need
Mm-hmm.
to step it up. Your spiritual protection and your
Yeah,
spiritual cleansing, just think about it like
yeah.
the tires on your car. Eventually they will get bald and you have to replace them. So, depending on what's going on in your life, will wear down things quicker or slower. So, like people who are like celebrities or like well-known people on YouTube or stuff like that, they will have to do things more because they're exposed to more. You may not be exposed to as much.
Right,
So you will know when you start to feel funky or
right.
irritated or whatnot. That's probably when you should cleanse and then put up your protection. So I would say for you, I would say spiritually cleanse and
Okay.
protection and do your money work every 2 weeks and see how that goes. You can always do more or you can always
Yep.
do less. Okay.
Okay. I'm with
So
it.
does
I'm
that
all
make
about it.
sense?
I'm ready too.
Yes, 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 yes. And here it is in the chat.
Absolutely.
Sorry, I
Let's
put it
do
in
this.
there. So my website is literally my name, eclectictarot.com. And I have
Okay.
phone options and Zoom options. So for whatever people want,
Perfect.
spiritual consultations or for tarot readings. I have phone options and Zoom
Mm-hmm.
options, and then I have like 30 minutes and 60 minutes. You just choose whatever is good for you. Whenever you're ready. If you're ready in January, that's fine. If you won't be ready for 3 years from now, that's fine. I never push people to book with me. People book with me when they no, because some people are really
Mm-hmm.
out here like, yeah, buy my this, buy my that. And all of the everyone here can tell you that I never ever bombard people with trying to buy from me or set something up with me. I let spirit bring the people to me that I'm meant to help.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I
So
think Spirit brought you to me because I needed you. And
and
actually, same
listen,
with
that's
Nyla. I
okay.
had a
I'm happy to
conversation
help.
with Nyla.
Hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, I had because again, as I was saying, I this is all still kind of new to me. I
Yeah.
have a girlfriend of mine who she's a priestess, I guess is
Mhm.
what she is that what it's for. I don't even know the proper terms, but
Yeah, it depends on
she
the spiritual
practices
practice.
and she has tried to educate me.
Mhm.
Okay. And
Mhm.
she has kind of enlightened me a bit, but we're long distance, so we don't
Mhm.
we haven't been able to see each other a lot or talk a lot, but when we do talk, she knows she drops a few
Yeah.
seeds here and there.
Yeah.
So it's been an interest of mine, but it's now something I really feel passionate about moving towards. And I was
Yeah.
having a conversation recently with Nyla about it,
Mhm.
and she gave me, because I always felt like one of the reasons moving forward was because I don't know enough, or I'm gonna do it wrong, or I don't have all the supplies, or whatever it is. And because I have all this, I understand why I'm drawn to
Mhm.
practicing and
Mhm.
understanding and doing more. I understand that because I grew up in the church. I grew up
Mhm.
in the church and I still believe in God. I still believe
Yeah.
Jesus.
Let me tell
But
you something.
there's more
God is
to,
God. God is God. Just because, and
yes,
God is God. God created all of us. I believe in God too. I just listen, I'm gonna use
absolutely.
everything. I I
Yeah.
I use I use
Yeah, and I
everything.
feel like God gave us all these tools.
Yeah, absolutely.
I was telling Nyla, I said, during the pandemic is when I really said, you know what? I do not understand why we, meaning us as in black people, why we are so, oh Lord, I know somebody ain't
I
gonna like
know,
this,
I
but
know, I know, girl.
hell
Don't
bent
give yourself a
on
headache.
believing that what girl,
I
I just feel
understand.
like I don't understand why we think that folks gave us this religion for our benefit when
Right.
they were killing us and doing everything else to us,
Yeah,
Anyway, okay.
yeah,
But
yeah.
you
I
already know what
completely
I'm
get it.
saying.
Yeah, yeah. No, I completely get
And
it, and I'm just
watching what was
like,
going on in the world.
girl,
Go ahead. I'm
listen.
sorry, we got a little delay. I
I
apologize.
don't know. It's good, boo. Yeah, I totally get it, and I'm just like, there are things that just ring true, right? No matter the person or the situation or whatnot. But some of this out here, and they be out here spiritually mammying, and I'm just be like, girl, what is you doing? Like, I see certain things, and I'm just like, how do y'all not
Not
understand that you
spiritual,
cannot
mammy,
help?
and I didn't.
Girl, they be spiritually mammying. Listen, I was pissed off
Right.
earlier this year when I saw that pastor talking about don't get that baby a baby shower. Like,
What?
listen. Oh,
I
you
didn't
didn't see
see. I
that?
don't
Oh
know nothing
yeah,
about that.
girl,
Wait, what?
girl, I was
Uh-uh.
pissed. Girl, I was pissed. I know I covered it and Nyla covered it. I'm just like, y'all. Okay, so if children are a blessing, you don't want to bless this baby with a baby shower with items the baby need because the girl wasn't married. Like, we gotta leave all this spiritual mammy and shit alone. And then her mama was out here windmilling.
What?
Girl, it was a mess. But I see it all the time. Or like when they be talking about, oh, the Lord told me to stand by this man while he cheating on you. Girl, you a damn lie. God don't want you to be there taking this shit and this abuse and this man out here with community dick bringing you STDs
Mm-mm.
because you're gonna be obedient. Like, all y'all can go to hell. Like just go to hell. Because you're not
Hello.
gonna play in my face. Like, there is spirituality and magic and there is common sense. And baby, if something is happening to me, please take my ass to the hospital. Okay, take you to the hospital. Okay, and we just gonna pray and ask the angels and everybody else to make sure that the doctor do it right. But take my ass to the hospital. Like, we're not gonna play this stupid
Uh-huh.
shit. So, I feel sometimes people get so far into spiritual psychosis and like the mammying and like
Uh-huh.
all this other shit, and men be out here talking about,
Uh-huh.
oh, I'm supposed to spread this everywhere, and I don't want to hear that shit. I don't want to hear that shit. So I be out here like,
Uh-huh.
okay, ladies, this is what you do.
Uh-huh.
This is what you do. Because there are too
Uh-huh.
many
Uh-huh.
people and women that are still, I mean, it's up for them to wake up, but you're not gonna play in my face. You're not gonna play
Uh-huh.
you're not gonna play in Q's face. Okay, I'm gonna be thankful
Yeah.
for, I sit in the spirit of thankfulness all the time because I do live a life that is blessed. So I sit in the spirit of thankfulness all the time, and I thank God like
Uh-huh.
all the time for the things that I have and the things that I experience and everything like that. Because I know that there are some people who don't, but I still try to take that and take what I know and teach people and help people. Because we do not have to be suffering out here.
Yes.
Suffering, we are not put here on earth to suffer. I don't care what no one says. So I can
Yep.
go to help people
Yep.
fight and get what they need, whether it's housing or another job or whatever it is.
Uh-huh.
I want to help, especially my ladies,
Uh-huh.
because I know shit be fucked up out here. So
Uh-huh. Yep. It's not balanced out here for us as women, as black people, as you. Yeah. So we need all the help we can get. Let's use all the tools that God gave us.
mm-hmm. Yep. I fully
Thank you,
agree.
Q. I'll be in touch real soon. I
Okay, boo. You
appreciate
know where to
you.
find me. Yeah, y'all. So, we've been here for a while. I didn't think we were going to be here this long, but we are here. We are here together. And like I said, I'm out here I really, I do my best to help you all. I only present things to you on an individual basis that you are okay with doing because I want you to actually do the work. And listen, we out here staying fine. We out here getting our money. We're out here staying safe. Um yeah, we're out here doing the things. And I want you all to have as good of a life or better than the life that I have. And I am truly, truly, I found magic and spirituality when I was meant to. That was over 10 years ago. Because when I tell you, I have truly used it to enhance the life of myself and my husband, because I actually have a great husband who was good to me, who was kind to me. Um, I use it to enhance, our life, right? And like I said, I just want to share this with you all so that you all can enhance your life or do what you need to do to get what you need done. Right? I refuse to raw dog life. So, so um Rockin' Robin said that was so crazy. I saw Nyla's live when she covered it. Yeah, that was some bullshit. How you gonna stand there and tell that girl that her baby can't have a baby shower? And let me just say this: it's not just her baby. Whoever it was, okay, they both had sex, and that baby is half his. So you need to be cussing his ass out too, not just her. They want to demean women so much, and it's disgusting. It's absolutely disgusting. Um, how much they want, and they be out here windmilling, and my pastor and I trust him. You are teaching this girl that harm is okay, that abuse is okay, and abuse and harm is not okay. Okay, it's not. It's not. Thank you so much, V. Lenore. I appreciate you, girl. Thank you so much, Skater. Skater 75 gifted a membership. I appreciate you, girl. Yeah, they out here telling women that abuse and shit is okay. It's not. And that's what I was saying, going back to the beginning of the stream, a lot of times, back in the day, 200 years ago, when women were doing these types of love spells and stuff like that, it wasn't to try and keep this man. It was because they weren't allowed to own property. They didn't have money. They didn't have all the things, and their lives truly depended on what that man was doing. If he decided to leave her, she was destitute and probably ended up having to become a sex worker, right? Selling herself for money, right? No one grows up and be like, yeah, I want to be a hoe. Show me the woman that grows up and say, yeah, I want to be a hoe. That is my profession. I want to be a sex worker. No woman that I know, if you know someone that's different, grows up and chooses that. They're either brought into it or groomed into it, or some are left with no other choice. Right? So women were doing these types of spells to keep these men around because they couldn't have shit. But now, this is 2025. Okay? It's still it's okay out here for us. Is it the best? No, because they don't be believing us when shit happens to us. But at least you can use this magic to get yourself some money and protect yourself, or make sure that your abuser go straight to jail or straight to hell, depending on what you want. Um, Women can have credit cards and bank accounts and stuff and own our own property and shit. It's not the best, but it's not, we have to become, you know. So women were doing that love work to absolutely try and keep their rates of survival higher. Right? So that's where it kind of started. But this is where we at. Right. 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 Patriarchy. We live in patriarchy. Okay. And more women are choosing themselves and are choosing their children and their peace. And I want y'all to have peace, prosperity, and money. Peace, prosperity, and money, and safety. That's it. So I am going to go ahead. I'm going to get off of here. I didn't think I was going to be here this long, but I'm going to get off of here. It's 8:30. I know it's late for some of y'all. Thank you all for being here with me. I got to see what the hell is going on here around this damn house. I've been waiting on somebody and they out here playing with my damn time. So I'm going to let y'all go. I'll decide if I'm going to keep this up or not. I'll probably keep it up. I'll decide. I'll probably leave it up. But this was a good discussion. Lots of gems dropped. I love y'all very, very much. I'm gonna try to come back to y'all tomorrow. Maybe, I'm not sure. I'm not making any promises, but I'm gonna try. So I love y'all very, very much. Y'all enjoy the rest of your evenings. Thank you so much for being here. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff. I'm gonna see y'all on the flip side. All right, bye.